Hi, Jay, it's Robert. I'm here.
Hey, great.
Are you ready for your day of surveillance?
I am, Robert, although I gotta say, I don't think we're gonna turn up very much. It's just me.
Well, Jay, tell me, are you on your cordless phone?
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
Well, actually, that's lesson 1 for today. Jay's probably aware of the everyday ways we can be tracked. Our shopping habits are tracked every time we use plastic. But I want to show Jay some less obvious ways we can be monitored, like with the scanners I brought along.
Oh, that should do it, Jay. So, Robert, why did you ask me whether I was using a cordless phone or not?
Well, let me just give you a quick demonstration.
Okay.
I'm just going to call my voicemail here.
wait just a minute. The phone is here. How come the dial tone is coming out of there?
Oh, because we're picking up every bit of information this phone is sending, including my voicemail telephone number. Ring.
And it's ringing. Have you now recorded the telephone number and the access code in a way that you could do it again?
Definitely. This particular unit actually has stored all that information on a memory chip in here, which can be downloaded to a computer for a later point in time. But the other thing is, of course, this has been broadcast to everyone else via radio waves.
Because that's how the cordless phone works.
That's how the cordless phone works.
So what's the bottom line here, Robert?
Well, the bottom line is, if it doesn't have a cord, you've got to treat it as unsecure, or insecure, if you will. Wireless modems on laptops, cell phones, garage door openers.
Are you telling me that anybody in this neighborhood could have picked up that signal and could open my garage door?
Definitely, they could capture the code on a receiver.
Wow, this is getting a little bit startling. Okay, we're off. Boy, I hope this light stays green because I really got to get to work.
Okay, let's take the 407. Now, this is the 407. This is kind of unique in that it's an automated toll road. Automated in that when you go up on the road here, you'll see that there's a gantry here, and there's actually cameras above the gantry. And when you enter, what happens is the cameras take a picture of your rear plate, license plate, and it puts a date and time on there. And what will happen is it will also take the photograph of your plate as you get off of the toll road, so they know exactly the distance traveled, and they know the date and time that you were here. So that way they can, of course, send you the bill.
So even if it isn't, tracking me in the sort of spy sense, nonetheless, I'm beginning to get the picture. I mean, this is part of my day that now somebody somewhere knew where I was and where I was going.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And by the way, Jay, I know you say you have to get to work, but actually, I want to take you somewhere first.
Okay.
Right here. Okay. Jay wants to go to work, but I'm going to give him a lesson in workplace surveillance.
And
right into here.
Okay.
You're going to need one of these.
Hey, this has my picture on it. How'd you get that?
Hey, I love your website, Jay.
Oh, okay. Okay, now what do I do with this card?
Just put the card over top of the reader, and you'll see the green light.
You know, before I do this, I have the weirdest feeling that I'm being watched. Anyway.
Access cards use what's called radio frequency identification, or RFID.
It
just
looks like I'm in
through, and you park in spot number 3. You'll need your card another time just to go
Here?
over the reader. Yes.
Okay.
If you had X-ray vision, you could see inside the card and see that the card has a loop antenna and a circuit.
Okay, Robert, don't tell me. I'm sure I have to use my card.
Definitely. The radio waves emitted from the card reader make contact with the card, and the card sends its unique serial number to the computer. The computer then checks its list to be sure that serial number, if you will, is a valid card. This is a digital camera.
You know, Robert, I can't help but think still that I'm being watched.
Oh, come on, Jay, let's go to the elevator.
Yeah, more elevators.
These cameras use light that comes through the lens and is focused onto an array of light-sensitive diodes. The diodes convert the signals into ones and zeros, a language the computer understands. The computer transforms the signals into pictures or moving images. Here we are.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Through here?
Through here. Jay?
Oh. You think I would have known about that by now? Wow.
Hi, Steve, Jay.
Hi, Robert.
Jay? Steve.
Welcome to Intercon.
Steve, why am I here?
We've been tracking the goings of Jay Ingram today.
Wait, that's my car.
Well, in fact, it is.
How did you get the video of my car?
Jay, on top of our building here, we have a pan-tilt zoom camera.
Look, there's Robert's very fine suit and
if you
white
look
shirt.
at you, you're sitting there with your seatbelt on.
Boy, that's incredible. Okay, well, so that was on the street coming up to your building.
That's right.
And there I was thinking that I was being watched by something. There we are going to the door. Now,
That's
let me
right.
ask you, as we continue to watch my life unfold before our eyes,
Yes.
how widespread is this? I mean, we're doing this, you were doing this with me today.
Here in North America today, the prevalence of CCTV and access control, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, is very, very high.
Okay, we'll get to access control, but you showed me those fabulous shots of my car on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a sense of what that camera can do?
Here's a close-up of a vehicle just about a block away from us, Jay. And as we pan back here, Jay, you'll notice we have a privacy mask on the residential.
Oh, the white blocks.
That's right. And now what Terrence is doing is moving the camera into position so that we can see downtown Toronto. It's not one of those days that we're going to pick up the tower real well, but you'll certainly be able to see a bit of the image there that we're
Wow.
picking up. And how far down the road would you say the CN Tower is, Terrence?
It's 30 kilometers.
So 30 kilometers away.
Boy, that's incredible. Now, you mentioned access control, Steve.
Yes.
What's that all about?
Every time a card is used, Jay, it provides a transaction to the computer, which gives us some historical database to call upon should we need that information.
Wow, look at that. That is my history in here, too. Look at everything
Jay,
from parking lot,
that's
parking
you
entrance,
moving around today.
lobby entrance. Let me ask you one more thing, Steve. This
Sure.
is absolutely amazing.
Mhm.
But this was all about me, and this was just one person. But, if it's as widespread as you suggest, it must be going on simultaneously with many.
Absolutely. To the degree of hundreds of thousands of people per day in our city. Any other questions?
No, I'm happy.
We're happy to...
I feel people are watching over me.
Well, that's part of our job, Jay.
Great, thanks.
You're welcome.